What's up, everybody? It's your boy Mood616 here, and thank you once again, guys, for stopping in for another one of these Top 10 Tuesdays. Alrighty, so yeah, this is episode 23. Just amazes me every week that how many we've done of these already, and we still have probably 30 or 40 more to go. But yeah, episode 23, we are focusing on found footage films. Now, I've been noted to say that found footage films are, probably like my least kind of, favorite subgenre of horror films, but that doesn't necessarily mean that I don't like them. I've come to the realization that I actually like a lot of found footage films, especially after trying to make this list and having to cut some that I really do like. So yeah, I think what it is it's just been kind of saturated. A couple years back it was really, really saturated, but last year actually had quite a few really, really good notable found footage films. So, but yeah, there was a point there where it was just ridiculous with them, and it was kind of tired of seeing them all the time and shit like that. So, but with that said, there is quite a few really good ones that have come out, over the years. So, let's get right into this. I'll have a couple notable ones, or not notable, honorable mentions at the end of the top 10 here. Maybe explain why I didn't put them in the list. Number 10 here is Man Bites Dog. This movie is basically the film that came before Behind the Mask. It's the same type of premise, a documentary crew following a serial killer around and, kind of documenting his day-to-day activities. This is fucking fantastic, man. This came out in 1992. I believe it was based off a short or something no, I can't remember the whole story with it, but yeah, anyways, this came out in the early 90s and, kind of found footage style, documentary style, really interesting flick. I think the only thing that kind of hurts this film is that it is a little long. They just didn't know what to cut out of the film, which is kind of the shame. There's a couple scenes that totally shouldn't, that in my opinion don't need to be there, but it doesn't really hurt the overall effect, that much. But Man Bites Dog, if you like, Behind the Mask, I'm sure you'll really dig Man Bites Dog. So this is a really interesting one, released by Criterion. So you pretty much know what you're going to get with that one. So I highly recommend this one, Man Bites Dog. Check it out if you've never seen it before. All right, so that's number 10. Number 9 is The Last Broadcast. Now, I have to kind of, go back on my words here. Now, we were just doing a podcast and our main review was Dark Hall, and basically that's a new sci-fi film based on like the Jersey Devil type thing. And I even said when we were talking about it, I was like, I've never really seen a film based on the Jersey Devil story that was actually really good, and I completely had forgot about this one. The Last Broadcast actually is a found footage film that came out about a year before the Blair Witch Project, if I think that's correct. Anyways, I think it came out like 98 or something. And it's focusing on the Jersey Devil story. Really awesome found footage type film. This is one that really doesn't get talked about a lot, man. It's kind of a shame. I don't know if it's because the Blair Witch came out, but the Blair Witch was also marketed really, really well. I don't know how the marketing was on this one because I never really heard about this one until, say, like the mid 2000s. But yeah, The Last Broadcast, awesome shit, man. I really enjoy this one. It's creepy, it's good. So, The Last Broadcast, number 9. Number 8 is one I've shown before, and that's Long Pigs. This one is basically kind of like Man Bites Dog and also Behind the Mask. A documentary crew following a serial killer and, noting his day-to-day life. This one is a little more graphic than those ones. This one actually showcases him cutting up bodies and doing shit like that. But this is a really awesome flick, man. I think this is fantastic stuff. But yeah, really great Canadian flick. Long Pigs. Definitely check this one out. I've talked about it before. So Long Pigs at number 8. Now number 7 is, of course, Troll Hunter. Now this is a flick when it first came out. I believe it came out in like 2010 or something, 9 or something. I had really no idea what to expect from this. I remember seeing the trailer and going, man, I don't know about that. It didn't look very good. I think the trailer was actually really perfect for it from what I remember. I don't think it showed anything. So I really had no expectations going into it. And wow, this one floored me, man. It was so good I actually upgraded to Blu-ray because I just love the premises. This massive troll in Norway, and I love the whole premise of this film. I thought it was really well done. I really liked the look of it, and it was just really enjoyable, But yeah, Troll Hunter, definitely check that one out if you've never seen it. I'm sure everyone has. Number 7. Number 6 is, like I said, from last year, and that is The Den. This one actually really kind of floored me too. Now, upon reading like the initial premise of this one, I wasn't really overly that excited for it. Then I watched it, and the execution was really well done on this. I thought the editing was fucking fantastic in this. I thought the lead was great. I know some people have a little bit of issues with the end. I actually don't at all. I think the end is actually really well done, and but the very end scene is just so memorable and really kind of what separates this one from a lot of found footage films. But I think also everything leading up to it is fantastic. Yeah, really great flick though, man. This one made my top 30 last year. I thought it was, yeah, just a big surprise. Just a really big surprise. So that's The Den at number 6. Number 5 is VHS 2. I really do prefer this one over the first one. I do like the first one, but this one right here has probably the 2 best segments in it. The cult one and, of course, the alien one, which are 3 and 4 in the segments in this one. Just amazing back-to-back segments. Oh, man, Jason Eisner, the alien. That thing was creepy as fuck, man. And the cult one was just fantastic. But overall, I really enjoyed this whole VHS 2. Again, the wraparound story, not the greatest in the world, but you know what? It's not really fully about the wraparound story, I guess. But yeah, I really enjoy this. Everyone knows about VHS 2. Number 5. Number 4 is another film that I put off watching forever, and that's The Bay. It was about the time where I was really kind of sick of watching found footage films, and it just seemed like I was watching, 5 or 6 bad ones to every kind of decent one. So I put off watching The Bay, and, it came out in 2012, and I think I saw it, I don't know, early last year or something for the first time. And I really enjoyed the premise of this. I loved the premise of this film. It was fantastic. I thought it was executed perfectly. And just really well done found footage. It was very enjoyable. But yeah, if you've never seen The Bay, definitely give it a shot. And I think, honestly, one of the things was, from the producers of Paranormal Activity and Insidious, like, I hate when fucking, when shit like that's on movies, because it actually kind of defers me from, checking it out. But yeah, The Bay, really, really interesting premise. Awesome flick. So, and that's number 4. Number 3 is another one from last year, is The Sacrament. Now, I know this one was, kind of mixed with a lot of people, but I really enjoyed this flick, man. And I don't even know why I liked it so much. I think it's, the whole story with, no, what the fuck's his face? I can't even remember the hell's name. Oh, shit. I can't even remember the actual guy's name. But anyways, this is Ty West's take on, that horrendous tragedy about that cult that basically killed like 900 fucking people. But I thought this was really well executed, and it works. I think that, the whole end scene where, people are, drinking the Kool-Aid is really well done, and it's kind of graphic and it's harsh to watch at times, and, just based on who's doing or drinking the Kool-Aid. But this was fun, though. I really enjoyed it. Good performances, and I think it's actually one of Ty West's best. Yeah, strike me down for saying that, but, I do like Ty West, but I think The Sacrament's a good flick. Number 2 is probably definitely my favorite, like, modern found footage film, The Tunnel. This is an Australian flick that came out, I believe, in, like, 2010 or 11 or something like that. Now, this is one that I'd heard about, but I never checked out because, again, at that time, I was really trying to avoid them because I was being ignorant. And I finally got around to checking this out when I did a Aussie-themed horror week on my channel. And, oh my god, this one blew my socks off. This is really how found footage films need to be done. It's just, it's executed perfectly. It's creepy, it's perfect, and I think it's one that everyone needs to see. It's just kind of what it needs to be, right? But, yeah, awesome flick, The Tunnel. Check it out. I do have a review of it somewhere on my channel if you want to know more about it. And, of course, number 1 is Cannibal Holocaust. Probably, in my opinion, like the first found footage type film. I've actually heard people say they don't consider this to be found footage, and I don't really understand why they don't consider it to be found footage, because it technically is. But yeah, Cannibal Holocaust, what can I say, man? It's just, it's ridiculously awesome. It's got one of the best scores of all time. It's just like that. Oh, the score is so perfect for the film. It's just so perfect. But yeah, there's nothing else I need to say about Cannibal Holocaust. It's just fantastic. It's executed awesomely. Yeah, what can I say? So yeah, so that's number one. A couple of the films that did make my list that I really enjoyed is Wreck 1 and 2 I really enjoy. I think those are fantastic films. Cloverfield is actually one that I didn't really care for at first, but it actually grew on me. The shaky cam is a little ridiculous at times and kind of hard to watch, but I think it's actually kind of well done at times. As Above, So Below from last year, I thought that was another really fantastic one. Of course, Behind the Mask, I guess you can consider to be kind of a found footage film, kind of, I guess. And the Blair Witch Project. Now, I used to be a big fan of the film. I'm not actually overly a big fan of it anymore, so that's why it's not on my list. I tried watching a couple years back, and I didn't really care for it. I don't know. There's something about it that, I don't know. I guess it's just kind of overdone. It's just played out, I guess. I don't know. There's something about it, but whatever. I'm sure those will make other people's lists, but that's no big deal to me. Recap. Number 1, Cannibal Holocaust. Number 2, The Tunnel. Number 3, The Sacrament. Number 4 is The Bay. Number 5 is VHS 2. Number 6 is The Den, which was such a big surprise. Number 7 is Troll Hunter. Number 8 is Long Pigs. Fucking amazing film. Number 9 is a good Jersey Devil flick, The Last Broadcast. And of course, number 10 is Man Bites Dog from Criterion. And yeah, guys, that's going to do it for episode 23 of the Top 10 Tuesday series. So make sure to sub everyone else. Matt from You and Your Horror Movies. Movie Guy 666, also known as Zach. Dubby Dubbles. And of course, Jesse Midnitekrawlr. But yeah, that's going to do it, guys. I'll check you next week. Peace out. Yeah.